And good morning. It's us again. You in the ring with Dida, and we talk boxing. In this show, we talk boxing, and we believe boxing loves us because we love boxing. And today I'm with a friend, Mr. William Gare. Most of you might not know him because I believe he's one of those boxers that are not recognized in the country the way they deserve to. And Mr. William Gare, I actually grew up with him in the amateurs. I saw him fight. I saw him fight pros. I saw him fight prominent fighters, and he is himself a prominent fighter. He fought the likes of Charles Oosthuizen. It's Tommy Oosthuizen, the son of Charles Oosthuizen. The fight was in, I believe, I believe he won that fight, but things happen. He's a former South African champion. He's a former WBF world champion. He fought great fighters. And today I want to welcome you, Mr. William Gare.
Sure.
How are you?
I'm okay.
And what is this, Mfethu? What is this called?
A protector.
Protector?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if I'm wrong if I call it a ball guard. What is this?
No.
What is this?
It's a protector. It protects what?
So how does it work? Some people don't know what this is. Most people who love boxing don't even know what this is. Okay. And what does it protect and how? Does it really protect? Because I see in many fights when a boxer is caught under belt, they go down and they give in 5 minutes, and so does it work?
No, I cannot say it protects 100%. We can say it protects 50%.
50%,
yeah,
meaning it depends on the.
Meaning you are still going to feel the punch. If somebody throws a punch down there, you are still going to feel the punch.
Okay, guys, this is how we start our show. This is a protector. Yeah. I call it, so it protects. It protects male organs.
Yeah, protects them
in the ring.
Yes.
So meaning, when you get punched, you won't be hurt as opposed to when it was not there.
Yeah.
At
least you'll be a little protected. At least you can manage to continue with the fight.
To continue, yes, and still be able to have kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Today, Mawili, I want us to talk about. I'm a bit disturbed about boxing, the state of boxing in the world and in our country. I believe that most boxers are not recognized the way they should. That's why most boxers are going through depression, because their purpose is taken away from them. When you retire, your purpose, you served a purpose that affected the world positively. Meaning you'd wake up. That's a purpose. You had. You'd wake up early in the morning to go and run because you want to win a fight. Look after your weight, look after what you're eating. And once that is taken away from you, it's nature that takes it away from you. Nobody takes it away from you, but nature. Maybe it's age, you're aging, and you decide to retire. And you've done a lot for boxing. Mm-hmm. And I think that not doing what you love, what you used to serve, it somehow suppresses you. It somehow give you depression. It depresses you. Most boxers boxers like us, we grew up in boxing since we were 10, 8. We grew up in boxing, and suddenly boxing is not there, and you don't have a purpose. Because you served boxing and you don't have a purpose, I feel somehow it depresses you. And now you have a body that governs boxing that doesn't even recognize you.
Yes. I'm sorry to say this, but the only country that recognizes their fighters, it's America. You know, it's America. South Africa doesn't recognize their fighters. In America, there's a Hall of Fame.
A boxing Hall of Fame.
Yes, boxing Hall of
Yes.
Fame. Now, in South Africa, we don't have that. What does they tell you? It tells you that they don't care. They don't care. We have got fighters that were very good. Nika Kumalo, I can name them. The names are endless. You see, but there's no Hall of Fame. You know.
Yeah.
There's
Yes.
no Hall of Fame.
Yes. And I think South Africa must get that. South Africa, a national Hall of Fame, where boxers are being recognized. But you know what? I remember when Mayweather was here, because that disturbs a lot. Bergman told me that he wasn't invited, because all the boxers were invited, all the former champions were invited, but Bergman was actually invited by the former WBC and WBA champion, Dingan Tobela,
Yes.
because BSA didn't know him.
Even I was not invited.
You were not invited.
I was
You
not
were one of the
invited.
people that were
Yes.
not invited. And
I was not
that
invited.
disturbs. And how do you feel?
Whether you like it or not, I was the best as a junior middleweight in SA. I was the best as a super middleweight
In SA.
You understand?
Yeah.
By you not inviting me doesn't help you.
Yes, I remember you beat Mashama Ite, who was the person who was going to hold the super middleweight. He was trained by Nick Durant.
Nick Durant,
Yes, I remember you beat him. So yes, I would say you were the best. And not only him, you fought a lot of great boxers who I believe, yeah, you know, Butch, you fought a lot of great fighters.
Yes.
And I believe some of the fights you didn't lose, and they made you lose those fights. And I don't know, I might be wrong, but that might be because you were not managed by a white person, a white manager. In boxing in South Africa, you know, we have a history. We have a history where black boxers would lose fights in the hands of white boxers.
You know, unfortunately, in South Africa, you end up being a stepping stone. You know, if I want to groom my boxer, I'll definitely go to those black boxers and maybe feel and give them maybe a fight 2 weeks before the fight, a week before the fight, promise him a very good pass.
Yeah.
Obviously, you take
Yes,
the
yes,
fight, you take the fight. But the unfortunate part is that they are grooming their fighters with you. You understand? And they are killing your career.
Your career, a talent
That's why you find that when these boxers who are helped to go up, when they reach that stage, that level, where now there's no one who will protect him. One fight, they're finished.
You mean the international stage now?
Yes, they're finished. One fight, they're finished. We know most boxers who did that.
Yes.
One fight,
yes.
you are finished. Dida. You are finished. One fight. You see, my career, most of my losses, I don't say all of my losses, most of my losses, I was robbed.
Same here, my brother. Same here. I know. And that thing of you are told 2 weeks before the fight that you are fighting. I know it. I fought at Golden Gloves, and that was happening.
Yeah.
They'll tell you a few days before the fight, and you still have to fight the weight and everything. But again, I want us to go back to boxers who are not recognized.
Yeah.
So in the world, we are not in America. We don't know, but there were boxers who used to be great. They did so many great things in boxing. One of them would be Muhammad Ali, who's well recognized even when he's no longer with us.
Yes.
Yeah, but do you think Bernard Hopkins is recognized? Do you think Roy Jones is recognized? Do you think Andre Ward is recognized?
No, I don't think so. I don't think those guys are recognized. You are lucky to be recognized. I think so. In America, maybe you are lucky because look at right now. That place has got very good fighters.
Yeah, a lot of them.
We've got very good fighters that side, and now that's what I'm saying. For them to have something like a Wall of Fame, at least we cannot hammer them too much by saying that they are not recognizing their fighters so much.
But okay, talking about South Africa, we do have two South Africans who are in the World Boxing Hall of Fame. One of them is Stan Christodolo, who has done well, who has revved a lot of great fights.
Yes.
And we have Brian Mitchell, who defended his title 11 times.
Yes.
His WBA world title,
Yes.
lightweight,
Yes.
11 times.
Yes.
But now my problem is we do have someone who's not in the boxing Hall of Fame, in the World Boxing Hall of Fame,
Yes.
and that is Vuyani Bungu, the Beast.
The Beast. Wow.
He defended his title
Yes.
13 times.
Yes.
Why is he not in the Boxing Hall of Fame? In the World Boxing Hall of Fame?
I can say maybe the manager did not do his job very well. You understand? Did not pressurize those people up there who must put that man in the Hall of Fame, making sure that he puts more pressure on. I don't know.
We need to find out who actually influenced
Yeah.
the officials there at the World Boxing Hall of Fame, because I don't understand why Vuyani Bungu is not there when Brian Mitchell is there. But when Brian Mitchell only defended his title 11 times, which is good, but we have Vuyani Bungu who did it 13 times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I really don't understand, and I feel in South Africa, right now we in South Africa, and I feel boxers here are not given recognition that they deserve. Those politicians who participated in boxing, and they would know better than those who have not been part of boxing in their life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know? And again, Bush, I wanna mention a name, the Rose of Soweto, Dingan Tobela.
Mm.
Do you think he's recognized in South Africa?
No, they don't recognize him a lot. You know that guy, honestly speaking, is one of the best fighters in South Africa. He did put South Africa in the map. You understand?
Okay, why? Why would you say that?
That man fought in apartheid era. He was fighting very good fighters. Dingane, they did not choose opponents for him.
He had to work hard for his way up.
For him to be a world champion, he worked very hard. He fought the best in the world.
And we're talking about a guy who won the WBO super featherweight title.
Yes.
We're talking about a guy who won the WBA lightweight champion title. And this gentleman won the WBC super middleweight title.
3 belts.
Yeah, and he's the only one in South Africa.
Yeah, he's the only one. But he's not.
And I don't see any memorabilia in Soweto that represents him, or that talks about him, or that talks to him.
Yes. That man, that's why I'm saying that he's the best in boxing in South Africa.
And we have Sugar Boy Malinga, who won the WBC twice. He fought the best guys in the world in the name of Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank. Those were the best fighters of that time. And he fought them. And you know what? I believe he beat Nigel Benn. He won the WBC from Nigel Benn. And with Chris Eubank, the fight was too close.
Unfortunately, I think maybe it's like that. Unfortunately, if you are not in the Wall of Fame,
yes,
that means you are not recognized. And the first people who should recognize these people are South Africans.
That's true. Charity begins at home.
We should start here.
Yes.
We should have our own Hall of Fame Why must everything start at America? Are we so stupid?
And not even, I think we should copy from America because they are the best. We should copy from them and do that as well.
And
You
even
know,
do it better than them.
Do it better than that.
Yeah, do it better than them.
Because we have the government on our side.
Yes, do it better than them. We've got very good fighters. You understand? And to start with the sport, it's going to die. If we are not prepared to do something about this, it's going to die, this sport. Right now, as I'm speaking with you, we've got UFC or what is that? MMA?
Yeah, it's MMA, UFC, yeah.
It's taking over.
And I think it's taking over because it's well marketed.
Yes, it's well marketed. It's well marketed. Unfortunately, the only thing, if you are doing a job for a salary, it will end up there. You must have a purpose.
Yes.
If you don't
Very
have that,
true.
if you don't have that, then what are you doing there? What are we going to say about you? What did you do? What was your input in the sport of boxing? Nothing. You became a CEO because, I don't know, boxing, it's one of the sports that changed, I think, a lot of CEOs.
Yeah,
In a short
we've
space of
we've had a lot of CEOs in a very short space of time, and I think that's what taking over from someone, it delays progress.
Yes.
It makes you not to do your job well because you have to restart from his mistakes.
I'm not saying
You
I'm not saying everyone must know boxing, but if I know that I'm going to be elected or maybe I'm going to be given a position in a sport of boxing,
Yes.
and I was not interested in boxing,
Yes.
I should start and make sure that I learn something about boxing at least.
Yes. I don't know the interview because when you interviewed by, let's say, TeamDida,
Yeah.
you should know about it.
Yes.
We ask you
Yes.
questions regarding that company.
There. And you must prepare yourself.
Yeah. So now if I wonder what the questions are when they're asking the CEOs there. I don't know if they're asking them about the titles, who were the champions, and because I don't understand, boxing in South Africa is on its knees because of people that do not understand the dynamics or are not familiar with the dynamics of boxing.
Go and ask those guys at the top that what are the problems of boxing in South Africa. They will never tell you. They will never tell you because they don't care. They're just there waiting like this, end of the month, end of the month.
Salary.
They don't care.
Just there for a fat check.
That's all. That's all.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And Bush, saying that, sorry to cut you. Saying that, you can just see with our achievements in South Africa at the moment. Can you believe that we only have one world champion in South Africa? One.
That's the state of boxing.
So it shows that something is not done right.
Yes.
Something is done very wrong in South Africa.
Yes.
And if we're not going to change that, boxing is going to die, unfortunately.
The thing here, if boxing dies, who are we going to blame? We have to blame the people who are controlling boxing in South Africa. I cannot blame you for boxing to die. What are they doing there? To start with right now, as I'm speaking with you, boxing doesn't have sponsors. Doesn't have sponsors.
What? And it's the only sport that doesn't have sponsorship.
Yes, doesn't have sponsors, boxing.
And I remember in our time, boxing used to be sponsored by Crossbow, Vodacom, Fila, Allback, King Kong.
Yes. Right now, boxing doesn't have a sponsor. Allback used to sponsor boxing.
And I think, you know what? I might be wrong, but I think the reason might be anybody that wants to sponsor boxing, because boxing in South Africa is sort of a government entity, is run by the constitution, right? So I think people don't wanna sponsor it because they would feel as if they're sponsoring the ruling party, which is the ANC in South Africa.
No, I am not sponsoring you for free. I'm giving you something, I must get something back. This is business. You understand? Nothing is for free in this world. Now they've got to understand that for sponsors to come into boxing,
Yeah.
that means these sponsors must get something from us. We've
Mileage
on
on TV.
Yes, we've got to market their products. We've got to market their products. Now, it's not my problem to think that. It's BSA's problem. How are they going to do that? How are they going to make sure that these sponsors who are coming to boxing, they believe and they know that their products are going to be marketed? Why I'm saying more easier. These guys, when they go to ask for sponsors in companies, let's say for companies, BSA can just write a letter, putting a stamp on it that this is our man, we do trust him. You understand? By giving him the sponsor, you'll be helping our organization. You understand? Those kind of things. Trying to making sure that at least they make things easier for them to be able to get sponsors. You understand? But
I get you.
You must understand. That's why I'll always go back to BSA. Boxing South Africa, it's in.
And Bush.
Yeah.
And I think again we don't get programs that used to be there because there were programs that marketed boxing, programs within boxing. That marketed boxing programs like I don't know if you remember the Baby Champs. Those were hosted or were ushered by Mr. Loyiso Mcha.
Loyiso.
And you know why? Because he knew what he was doing. Because he's been a boxer.
Yeah,
He's participated in boxing.
Yes. At least there was a competition, and it helped more boxers because most boxers, at least for a year, most boxers had 3 fights.
Activity.
2 fights. You understand?
They became active, yeah.
Right now, a boxer renew his license, he doesn't get a fight for a whole year.
Imagine, and BSA is actually persuading fighters to, advising them to renew their licenses when they know very well that these fighters will not be active. And it's expensive to renew a license. You have to go and see a doctor that will test you for HIV and AIDS.
Yes.
You have to go and see a doctor that will do a medical check, a thorough medical check, a checkup.
No, I think they should say this. If boxing SA is fair, they should say if you renew, when you renew your boxing license, and it happens that you don't get 2 fights a year, we are going to retain you, man. They should say that.
I think that's I think it should be like that.
They should say that. If they are honest, they should say that.
Will they give anybody money? Will they give anybody?
If they are honorable, they should.
But now it's again it comes back to whose responsibility is it to give boxers fights, because that is a boxer has to have a manager that will market him to get fights.
Yes.
So that manager is the responsibility of this manager to make sure that the boxer get fights.
Yeah, to talk with promoters.
Yeah.
So he can get the fights.
And now there I can say we cannot blame BSA.
Now promoters, for them to promote, they should get sponsors. You understand? You must understand the promoter is a middleman.
Yeah.
The money that he gets from the sponsor, he takes his card and the other card, he gives it to the boxers. You understand? But now, these promoters, you might find that they're not doing their job by looking for what you call for sponsorships. You see.
But again, there has been a scuffle in boxing, Bush. Boxing right now, it's people are fighting. The National Promoters Association, I think it's called, which is led by Ayanda Matiti. It's fighting BSA, right? Right now, they've opened a case against the Minister of Sports.
Yes.
That they were not involved when the board of boxing was formed.
No, they are right. They should fight.
It's their right, but now that Bush, it's again creating boxing is in a standstill now. It doesn't go anywhere because now these people are fighting against the sanctioning committee. The minister chose a sanctioning committee, right? And without a sanctioning committee that these people are fighting, there will never be boxing in South Africa. There will always be problems. Who's sanctioning a fight that I can fight you? There's no one who's sanctioning that. So how do we get fights? How do we fight? How do we continue fighting? You understand?
But how do you appoint a committee to control boxing and you didn't ask the boxing people? You know nothing about boxing.
Yeah. Okay. I think the minister. It was wrong, but I think the minister just wanted to let this train move. No. He didn't want the train to stop because without the board, boxing will stop.
Yeah.
So he elected the board. He got people to run boxing because he didn't want this train to stop, because it was going to stop. And it means it's affecting these new boxers as well who want to be champions.
Is the minister sure that the people that he appointed, they know their job?
The minister can't be sure because they apply. So this is how it goes. You apply, then they look at your CV, then they appoint you.
Your CV for...
So if they see some of the people that were appointed there was Rumi Titus, you know her?
I don't know him.
I think you worked with her. Rumi Titus was in sports. She's been, I think she's a journalist.
Oh,
she's been in sports, yeah.
Oh,
but she has never boxed.
Oh, she has never boxed.
Sifiso Tlongwane
Yeah.
has been in sports, in boxing. He's been with Supersport and ESPN. But he has never been a boxer. He's never fought.
Yes.
But now again, the argument would be, is here, who of us have the credibility, have the qualifications to can take there? Because most boxers don't go to school.
No, you have the qualifications. For the fact that you got inside the ring, that's your qualifications.
Yeah, but
managed to get to the highest level.
Yeah, but how do getting in the ring only makes you give you the qualification to run boxing as a chairperson?
There's one thing. There are things that you cannot read from the book.
Yeah.
You can experience.
Yeah.
I've experienced a lot of things. I know the mind of a boxer. You understand?
Yeah.
If I say right now, the way in, let's make it this example. If I say the way in is 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I know that 8 o'clock in the morning, a first boxer climbed the scale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if you want to see what I'm telling you, they'll say the way in is on 8 o'clock, the first boxer will climb the scale at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and it has happened many times.
They don't care.
Not even 10, 2 o'clock.
They don't care because they don't know what happens before the way in.
Yeah,
they don't know.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Boxers, ladies and gentlemen, boxers go through hell before a fight. There are things that are behind the scenes. The scenes that happen that we don't know of, that people don't know of. Boxers go through hell. Some boxers feel as if they're dying before they can make the weight. Mm-hmm. You feel as if you are dying. You smell blood in your nose. Some boxers like you will urinate blood.
Yes.
when reducing weight. And somebody that hasn't boxed call themselves a promoter, and they make you climb the scale at 2 o'clock. Well, they promised that you will climb the scale at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. And imagine that is a killer of boxing. It's so bad. And you raised a very good a point there.
You understand? Those are one of the things. And there are a lot of things that's happening. Like right now, I'll just say it passingly, a boxer would get a fight overseas. They'll tell him that he's fighting for so much money, and in essence, he doesn't fight for that money. He's fighting for more money. There are many things.
Sure. If I can explain this, meaning there's a promoter overseas that gives a boxer a fight, and he says, let's say you fight for $10. That's an example.
Yeah.
$10. He talks to the manager, their side. The manager makes his own contract. He makes a boxer sign for
$1.
a money purse of $1.
Yeah, $1.
And the boxer signs. That's what is happening in South Africa. And it has happened to many boxers.
That's why I'm saying that this organization that is formed, I'm not saying all of them must be, but most of the members in that organization must be boxers, because we know all the tricks. We know what is happening. You cannot run boxing because there's no school for boxing.
There's no school for boxing.
If
Yeah.
you want the only school where when you get his salary, you put on a glove, we hit each other. That's all.
I agree.
You go
I agree.
and train.
I agree.
You understand? You know that on the week of the fight, you must make this weight. That means you must watch everything that you eat. And not only that, if you have a girlfriend, if you have a wife, they know that for a certain time,
No sex.
you understand?
Yes.
They know that. You understand?
You abstain.
There's a lot of things that you do. But now, we're going to appoint people to run something that they know nothing about.
Yeah,
They
I
know
agree.
nothing
I
about.
agree. I agree.
You,
I agree.
You can talk English fluently. That doesn't mean you know.
I love what you say.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you are intelligent in
It
the
doesn't
sport.
mean no.
This is not English.
Yeah.
This is not your intelligence. It's not measured by you
have a
speaking good
PhD,
English.
You have PhD, you
No.
are from university, not in boxing.
And that actually the people must understand that.
Yes.
This is discipline, hard work. It's only there. Discipline, hard work, and the love of boxing. You have to love it.
And for when I was a boxer, a lot of things happened to me. I will never want them to happen to other boxers.
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah, one of those.
If I'm one who's appointed in that organization or whatever they say it is, I'll make sure that I stop those things.
Because you've been there.
I've been there.
But they have never been there.
Yes.
So they don't know anything about
Right now,
it.
as I'm speaking with you, there are boxers right now who made a lot of money into boxing, but they retired with nothing. They have nothing. Why?
It's sad, man. That is very sad. That is very sad.
You understand? Now, my job is to stop what happened to me. Must never happen to other boxers. You understand? If it's still continuing, that means boxing is...
When you
going
wake up every morning, you go to work, you come back, month end you get money, you get your salary.
Mm-hmm.
When you retire, you get something that's called a pension fund.
Mm-hmm.
That may help you to live after work, to live a good life after work. But in boxing, you don't have that.
Boxers, they don't have that. But now, if we are saying boxing is for boxers, they should think beyond that.
That's true.
It doesn't mean because America is doing this, we should do that. No. Listen. Be different. You understand? Be different. Why can't you say, boxers, you are going to sign? We are not asking you. It's a force. You have to sign it. There's a certain money that we are going to take from your purse. We are going to put it aside. When you retire from boxing, you are going to get this money. You understand? Because honestly speaking, Most of us will retire at 40 years, 30,
Yeah,
35, 36
Yeah.
years. And by that time, the South African law says after 35 years,
You can't be higher.
yeah, you can't be hired. Now, you have to have your own business. How are you going to survive after you retire? And at that time, you don't have nothing.
Yeah,
Money is
kunzima.
finished.
Ay,
You understand?
Yeah, kunzima.
Now,
Push you.
I expect Boxing South Africa to come up with those ideas.
Yes, I
Honestly
agree.
speaking, we can't every time have the same old stories. Sportsmen, when they retire, they go to hard times.
Man.
Sportsmen, when they retire, they go to hard times.
Faith.
And we do nothing about it.
Wait.
It's wrong. They don't understand that this is killing the sport. Why must I go and box if I see Gare living so hard?
Yeah, he's
why?
struggling. He's struggling after
There's
boxing.
nothing that
And
motivates
as,
me
as
to
a
do
young
it.
man, you're looking at him, they tell you he's a former
He's a former world champion.
And this guy is struggling.
This
And
guy is a former world champion, but the life that he is living doesn't say he's a
it's
former world
a
champion.
level of a hobo.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and why would I as a young man go and box and follow in his
Why?
steps?
Why?
Do I wanna be a hobo as well?
And most boxers, they end up drinking when they are old because you know
Stress.
we
Yeah.
are from the old school.
Yeah.
Boxers, they don't drink.
Yeah.
They don't smoke.
Yes.
Now you find boxers at 40 years you start to drink.
Starting with your best beer.
Yeah.
Ish.
Do you think what's going to happen?
Yeah,
Because-
you can't control it because
because
it's not
all,
your thing.
all you hear is that they'll tell you that you made a lot of money, you played with your money.
Aish,
You understand?
aish.
You
And you
made
don't
a
want to
lot of-
hear that, Push. You don't want to hear that.
No.
So this alcohol
Yes.
will make you forget whatever they said.
Yes. But now, what is it Boxing South Africa doing to stop that?
Oh,
You understand? They
Yeah.
must never come and tell me, no, we can't, because they did that to us. SARS was taking tax every month, every fight that we
it's
fight.
tax.
You understand? They were
Aish,
taking tax
tax.
every time. They did that. Now, they didn't say, no, you are an individual, we cannot take
Aish, tax.
tax from
Aish,
you.
tax.
And now, what I'm trying to say is that even Boxing South Africa, even they can start saying, guys, we want to start this thing of taking maybe a certain percentage, let's say 10% from your pay. Immediately when you retire from boxing,
Yeah.
you'll get your money with interest.
So we bank it for you.
Yeah.
We invest it for you.
We invest it. Even if there's a funeral at your house, you'll never withdraw that money.
I think there should be programs that BSA should run. Our BSA should run. If they are educated, they say they are educated. If they are educated, they should come up with those ideas and programs that they will run. And in essence, what we're saying, Push, because we came to the end of our show. Today it was short, but it was profitable. I like what you're saying. BSA must come with ideas of intelligent people that will help boxers not to struggle after a retirement, you know.
That is what they are paid for. Because everyone there at BSA gets salaries. Now,
Yeah.
you can't get a salary, but you are not coming up with ideas. You must come up with ideas.
No, I agree.
How to make their lives better.
I agree.
You understand?
I
The
agree.
life of a boxer must
Agree.
be better, the life of a manager must be better, of a trainer must be better, a promoter must be better. Because those guys, the four guys, without them, there's no boxing. And there won't be BSC.
Sure.
You understand?
Sure.
You've got you as a CEO or a manager or a driver of that company, you must start there.
I
How
agree.
do I make the lives of these four men be better?
I agree.
Because if their lives are better, that means boxing is going to be better.
That's true.
You understand?
That's true.
Yes.
That's true. Yo, thank you so much, Push. And, boxing for people like us, it's, we honor it. We honor boxing because we it has made our lives better. It didn't give us a lot of money, but the life, whatever boxing gave us, made us better men. Everybody can see you, Vetu. You're taking good care of yourself. And that's because you are a disciplined man, which you found in boxing. Like you said, you can't drink when you're a boxer or smoke when you're a boxer. So that is what we learned from boxing. And we want our children and our nephews, to learn that as well, because we know it can. Look at Mike Tyson. It took him from nothing to something.
Yes. Boxing is the most disciplined sport
Yes,
in the world.
yes,
In the
yes.
world.
And now I'm pleading with the government to take care of the sport because it has changed
Lives,
It
yes.
creates better men. It creates better men. And I would love for young people to try boxing, but they cannot try it if it's dying, if it's not doing good. We need boxing to do good so that young men can have confidence in boxing again and can say, this can save my life. A young man who's struggling, whose parents are not working, can go to boxing and say, I want to change my family's life.
Dida, the life I'm living right now is because of boxing.
It's true.
I don't have anything against boxing.
It's true. It's true.
Without boxing, I was dead.
Sure.
You understand? Now, for others, maybe they will never reach the level that we reached.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, you are going to learn something out of this sport.
Yeah.
You are going to be very disciplined.
Wow.
And that thing will help you.
Now I can tell you now, without discipline, you can achieve almost nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. Bush, let's close it, my brother. Thank you for coming through. And we're still going to work. We're still going to continue to work. And we came to the end of our show. And thank you so much for listening. Remember to subscribe, remember to like, remember to share. We love you guys. Boxing loves you and love boxing. We talk boxing and we'll get you better news next time again. Please keep listening. Ciao.